What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back for another episode review of Chicago Inc. Bitch. Black Ink Crew Chicago. Okay. So this is season 4, episode 5, New Lease, New Reese. Okay. Um, so what's going on this episode? Let me just put this out here on the forefront. Y'all keep proving Ryan right, and I hate to say that. Y'all keep proving the real reason why that motherfucker left, okay? Because y'all play too goddamn much. Y'all don't know how to fucking control yourselves, and it is what it is. And a part of this made me feel like this show was every day I'm looking at it and I'm like, every week I should say, I'm looking and I'm saying this is more scripted or whatever, because how the fuck did Van, we'll get there. We'll get there. So let's just do Charmaine. Well, let's just go like this. It's Ford's birthday. Well, in a month or whatever. Nikki wanted to do something for the birthday or whatever because they did something real big last year with all the lingerie party for him and all that shit. And so she wanted to do something else, but then she said she wanted to keep it low key. And that's what she's telling him because she's going to give him like this surprise birthday party. It's a 90s thing. She was talking to Charmaine about it. They hooked it up. Cute. They at the club. He was surprised. Everything was going all to the good. We're going to stop that shit right there. Okay? Then let's just get to Ryan. Ryan is opening up his new shop, or at least he's trying to get the shop together. He got his mama there, he got Rachel there. And let me just tell you this, surprisingly, this ain't gonna be an angry review, okay? Because I know some of y'all like, God damn, Ashley, can we just get some fun? Bitch, when they give me some fun shit, I get some fun shit. Well, tonight was cool, okay? Because I really wasn't upset with Ryan this episode. I only had took offense to some one part that he said that I was looking at him like, but eyebrows weren't even messing with me either, so it's fine. So he had his mama there. He wanted the 9 mag sign that was at the old shop. He wanted to be against the wall right when they walk in and be like, because some of the old clients are gonna come in and they're gonna see that, yeah, this is the new 9 mag and all this stuff that represents the old, this the new. Okay, fine. They trying to get the stuff together, and next thing you know, Ryan was talking about how the people that he hired for the tattoo convention, that was just temporary. So now he's going over and trying to hire some new staff. He got this new girl that's supposed to be his assistant that's coming in, that him and Rachel was looking at. Mind you, they've been plotting and scheming and doing all this shit for a minute, because they was at 9 mag, the old place, conducting interviews. One girl came up in that bitch and was like, let me just tell y'all this. So, your little merchandise and stuff, the little t-shirts and shit that y'all be putting out, that shit look generic as fuck. Look like you got it done on t-shirt.com. I said, girl, you ain't want this job, okay? You ain't in good enough yet to tell them that, okay? I know we got to be honest, but baby, you got to secure the job first, okay? That's not a good impression. Yes, you want to be able to tell if you're going to manage stuff and want to help a person out, you want to be able to tell them like it is. But baby, get your foot in the door first, okay? So with that being said, they settled on this girl named Bella. She's a single mother. She has a 1-year-old daughter. And she seemed like she knew what she was doing, or she was ready, and she came to work and all that shit. Baby, when she popped up this time, I said, it is light outside. Bitch, what time of the day is it? Is it like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, sometime like that? Because mama said she had just came back from a date or whatever. And I'm like, bitch, you ain't go home the night before. She came in tweaking. And I'm just sitting here like, that is not regular drunk, okay? Mama kept on. I know I wasn't the only one who kept seeing her go like this. I said, bitch, what was you sniffing, okay? Weed don't make you do that, okay? Because you smoke weed or you eat that shit, bitch. What is you... I said, bitch. And then said, hey, babe, to the mama. After Ryan just said, this is my mother. And she was like, hey, babe. And then the mama was like, hello, mother. I said, oh, not, I wasn't expecting her to say hello, mom, or whatever like that. I thought she was going to say hello, Mrs. So-and-so. But okay, she even, said, I'm not above you calling me mother, since we all finna be cool or whatever. You working with my son. That's what I assumed that was. And so after that, the girl just really wasn't there. And Ryan didn't even want to bring her back, but Rachel, aka Eyebrow, well, we can call her Rachel in this episode because she did annoy me. Rachel, she was just like, you should give her another chance and all this stuff and whoop de woo. And eventually, that's what happened. She came in, played her case, cried a little tears, whatever. And he said if it wasn't for Rachel, you wouldn't have got the second chance. So you getting the second chance, don't fuck it up. Fine. What irked me about Ryan this episode was when he was in that shop and he said when he was finna hire some new people, it was like, ain't gonna be no stuff like it was last time, ain't no drinking, ain't no loud noise, ain't no partying, ain't no nothing. And I said, wait a minute, the way that he was saying it was as if he was not involved in all of that and gave the okay for all of that to go on in the old shop. I said, baby, you was very much there getting drunk, partying. Rachel, you was there too certain times, okay? So now you above that, you see exactly where that can get and how that's not really professional. We gonna go party somewhere else. We ain't finna fuck up our place of work, okay? I was like, Ryan, now either you being a little shady or you being a little or you trying to learn and you trying to grow. Figure that shit out. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. I said, nigga, I know the fuck. You was in there getting drunk and shit. You probably provided some of the liquor too, bitch. But anyway, so after that, Rachel and Ryan, they was doing a little double date with Junior and his little girlfriend. She's a cutie. And everything was going all good and having fun and shit. Until, Ryan started telling Junior all about the shop and how things are going. And, he knows that Junior is a no-nonsense type of person. He's a drama-free type of person. And he wants that type of environment in his shop, like to set the tone of how things should go. And he wants him to come in and to manage his shop. And I felt like that was a good choice. And I'm not even mad at him for, bringing Junior in because they always been close. He respects him. And like he said, Junior was never really about the mess. I do, the whole thing with throwing Lily under the bus. He was like, that whole situation between you and Lily, that was fucked up. That was toxic, all that shit. We don't need no stuff like that. I said, well, Junior, he ain't about the mess. But that was a messy situation he was in, okay? And it wasn't just Lily. But I can understand what it was and probably why Ryan probably, don't fuck with Lily or put her in the same group because I had to go back and remember, it is hot as fuck up in this bitch. And the air wasn't on. I just turned the air on. I'm sorry if I'm glistening, bitch, okay? It ain't because I'm fat. It's just because it's hot. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at the thermostat. It was like 81 degrees up in this bitch, and I said, what the fuck was I thinking? Anyway, because I turned the shit off. If ain't nobody here, well, that's a bill, bitch. Anyway, moving on from that. Lily was drunk as shit in the shop a few times, okay? She was at the parties and, getting all fucked up and, so I just had to think back on that. And at this point, Junior, I'm so glad that he just didn't be like, just wasn't like, well, shit, fuck it. We homeboys, go ahead, let's do this shit. He said, let me just think about it and see how I feel. Let me sleep on it. And I'm glad that he gave him that answer because Junior, it's not like Junior is hurting to get a job somewhere. Obviously, Junior work is speaking for himself because somebody else came through and snatched Junior up before all this bullshit went down. So he's comfortable where he's at. And it seems as though Junior got options, okay? Unlike the other ones, all right? Now, let's just get on to that shit. So they're all over Forrest's house and they're playing charades. Van is not there yet. First of all, let's get into the fact that they didn't know what the fuck charades was. All right. I thought it was funny how, Don had got one of the words was twerking, and when he tries to act it out, that was funny. Let me just say this about Don. Don. Don't nobody give a fuck that you got a lot of shit going on in your life. You want to know why? Because you brought that shit up on yourself. We not finna give you no empathy. We not finna give you no sympathy for the bullshit that you caused your whole family and you caused yourself. Okay? So you can quit throwing that shit up there like we supposed to feel some type of way. No, we don't. Now that we got that, because you said that a couple of times in this episode. Now that we got that clear, we can get back to the good shit. So everybody's having fun and all this stuff. Next thing you know, Lily is in her feelings. Well, no, that's not what happened. We gonna get, Van comes over And then he was like, yo, it's my turn. So he started acting out the fact that, it's a lock and the key, okay, and this is this, and then this is that. They was like, bitch, you can't air right. I was trying to figure out what the fuck. I said, do it slower. I can't grasp it. What you just do? So I guess he wrote out 9 meg. And so, basically, this is one of the parts where I was looking at kind of funny, like, he said after some intense negotiation, since the building owner did not sell or rent the building out yet, he went on ahead, or that booth, that area out yet, they went on ahead and gave them back to them. Van signed a new lease, and now they got the key back to the old 9 mag. I'm not saying, but I'm saying something fishy about that, okay? Because I feel as though maybe some of the shit that Ryan was saying, because I was the one that was like, that nigga was saying all this shit, he was drunk as fuck. VH1 came through with the clutch and was like, no, y'all can't sell this because this is where we primarily filming at or whatever. So we need this location. We'll give you whatever money that you need to let us stay here, whatever the fuck. And we'll take care of any damages. That's what I felt like happened, because how all of a sudden you were so gung-ho and not letting nobody come back up in there because you didn't like the mess that was coming down. And now all of a sudden, a week later, after the lease expires, you want them to come back, and you let them come back because you negotiated with VH1. Not with Van, but VH1. Okay. And then everything was still left up in there. Everything was still left in there, okay? They get to the shop. Everything is exactly the same the way that they left. They doing the little sage and stuff. That's what Charmaine was doing, fine, whatever. She's the comedic relief, whatever. I said, I was waiting for the fire alarm to go on. I said, y'all ain't got a fire detector up in here? Because all that smoke was a little bit much. Almost made me cough, okay? It's in my throat, all right? So after that, remember when they set out to open up Loyal Inc., right? They got the money for the tattoo convention to, put the down payment on the thing. That's why they got their little Skrilla up a little bit, for the most part. But all of a sudden, Danielle is there. Charmaine said that, hey, we're going to bring Danielle in. She's going to be the receptionist. Remember, Ryan fired her, okay? And then she went on her little vacation for the engagement and all that shit. And now you hired her back to be the receptionist. In terms, basically what she was doing when Ryan was there, which was nothing. Okay, so at this point, remember when they said that they was going to do this business, no, there was no boss against anybody, over nobody, okay? Everybody is bosses, Everybody's going to put their own weight, and they're their own boss. Remember that. So now Lily is in her feelings because Charmaine took it upon herself to just say, hey, Danielle is hired and she's going to be in here. I mean, technically speaking, if she's a boss, like you said, she could have did that. But I understand where Lily is coming from, because they also did say that we just need to run everything by each other. And that was not ran by each other, but I guess it was an unspoken word that we already knew that Danielle was going to come along with the package. Lily, she has a problem with this. Now, at first, I'm sitting here trying to understand, why is it that there's this tension between Lily and Danielle, and mostly Lily? And I was like, did something happen that I didn't see? And is it really just because she felt like, what the fuck type of value do y'all bring to the shop? And next thing you know, they go back and forth about this stuff. They ain't even in the shop good enough to even get a real client, and a fight already breaks out. Lily is beating Charmaine's ass. Danielle ass. Danielle, you were in key position to beat that bitch ass, and this is what I'm talking about, key position. Because you was sitting on the couch, and if you would have kept kicking your feet, you could have kept kicking your legs. That bitch wouldn't have been able to get at you like that. Lily got some hits off your ass and pulled your little ponytail or whatever the fuck. You got a couple of kicks in, but then I guess you got tired, because then that's how Lily dominated your ass. You're not a fighter. And Charmaine is not a fighter either. I don't know why they talk big shit Like they can fight and back it up when they cannot. And it has been proven. And so after this goes down, they break it up down like, I'm through with this shit. And Ford's like, yeah, fucking, I ain't got time to deal with this either. And, Charmaine just wants them to clear that shit out. Later, as a retaliation, Lily goes out and finds a new tattoo artist named Reese. She's a new character. She's from San Diego or San Francisco. Bitch, she's from California, okay? She's Filipino and Cherokee. I said, that's an interesting combination. I never really heard of that one. But, all right, we can get it. People of color, cool. So, she's doing what she's doing. Lily is conducting this little interview, and next thing you know, Lily is talking about, it went from talking about the tattoo shit to talking about, so you got a boyfriend? You got a girlfriend? What's the freaky place that you ever had sex at? I said, bitch, what is this? Lily is trying to hire this bitch to fuck. That's what you're looking for, okay? So at this point, she was like, cool. This all is because she's mad at Charmaine and them for, hiring Danielle. They's trying to fix up the shop. Reese come up in there. And, at first, Charmaine was about to get in her feelings. But then she said, let me shut up. Because even though we supposed to run everything back each other, that means, not hiring people. But I said you did the exact same thing. So you can't really say nothing about Lily doing this. Y'all playing tit for tat. Y'all both need to grow the fuck up. But at the same time, she realized that this new tattoo artist who already had a client set up, and this is her first day there, she already had a client set up. That means that she's going to bring in more money to the shop, which is what y'all need so that y'all can go ahead and get stuff done, and one of the main things that Lily was trying to point out when they first got there was, because they were talking about, we need to redecorate this, we need to do this, we need to do that. She was like, why don't we just work on actually getting our clients up so we can get the money, because we don't have the money to do all this reconstruction that you want to do at this very moment. I was like, that is smart. Okay, but at least cover some of this shit up, talk about knocking down walls and shit. I was like, girl, calm down. We just got the shop back. But anyway, so after that went down, it's Ford's birthday. I'm fast forwarding through some shit. Yeah, it's Ford's birthday. If I forget some other shit, it don't matter. So Ford comes in, he's excited. Oh my God, he falls out. It was cute, whatever. So Reese is there, everybody is there. Reese is at the bar getting drunk as fuck, okay? I said, oh shit, we got a Lily part 2. Alright, y'all know every time Lily go out, she get drunk as shit. Lily was looking like nice in this episode, though. I must give it to her, okay? Because sometimes she looks... And therefore, I was like, alright, you really looking nice. You put yourself together. Cool. You can do that. After that... Reese was over there flirting with Ford thinking that, something could happen. Maybe I can get a threesome out of this shit. Okay, and Reese was like, I can show you my titties. He was like, no, you know what? I'm going to show you my titties, but you got to ask your girl first, because Nikki was sitting at that bar. I said, Nikki, why you not going off the way that you went off on Cat, the way that you went off on Velvet or whatever, and Velvet didn't even touch your nigga. Velvet just shoved her ass in his face. That's it. Okay, this girl got her hands all over your man. Why you just sitting there like... I said, bitch, this ain't the time to be a better person. She was trying to hold it in. She was like, bitches are trying me. This is my man's party. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Num yo ho reg kick yo. Okay. I'ma stay up in this bitch. So she went over there and Reese said, bitch, I'll show you my titties if your girl say I can. That's the only way. And it was like, can I show her my titties? She was like, bitch, let me see them titties. Let me see them titties. They showing titties and shit. They filling up on each other and shit. At one point, Ford tried to touch, and that's when Nikki went off. Nikki said, bitch, hold on. What the fuck are you doing? I was like, well, you felt on a titty. I want to feel on a titty. No, bitch, just because I feel on a titty don't mean that you can feel on a titty and all that shit. I said, that's kind of a double standard, but okay, you can do what you got to do. That's the rules in your relationship. But she was like, let me stir the wheel in this shit. Because now I'm like, damn, so nigga, you want the threesome too. Okay, cool. Bitch, they talk too much because, when a bitch is drunk as shit, you move on real quick. If you don't get that shit right then and there, you don't set it up, you just might lose it. And they lost it because Reese was over there making out with the goddamn bartender. And I said, bitch, don't, I don't want to fuck a loose booty bitch like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying that she loose, but she drunk as shit. I want to do something on the clear mind, okay? You know, so we can thoroughly enjoy that shit and remember it in the morning. Moving on, and from that, next thing you know, Charmaine is over there. Lily's cousin is over there talking to Charmaine about, because us Latinas, you can't talk to us like that because, we take offense to a lot of stuff and the shit that's going on with Lily. I don't appreciate this shit. Lily is like, what the fuck is my cousin over there talking to Charmaine about? What type of shit they got to talk about? Basically, they talking about the shit in the shop and how Lily kind of feels left out and all this stuff and feel like an outsider. But you don't want to make Lily feel that way, but you keep on saying the original crew, we the one that was here since day one and all this shit. And this is where I agree with Lily at. What value do Charmaine and Danielle actually bring to the shop? If y'all all are bosses, what exactly is the value that you bring to the shop? Because like Lily said, they got to take the money out of their pockets to pay Danielle and Charmaine, the money that they're making. Okay, and if they can eliminate that and set their own appointments and stuff like that for their own clients and shit, they got more money coming into them, and therefore they can put that back into the shop and make it better. But see, they got to take money out their pocket and girl, shut the fuck up. My mama, goddamn. Ooh, that just threw me off. I'm sorry, and pay them. And I was sitting here the whole time. We've been sitting here since season 1 trying to figure out what exactly do Charmaine and Danielle do. Okay? Danielle tried to say, I brought more people to this shop. What? How? Okay? Everybody knows Don's van. And what the fuck does Don do? The same thing. Okay? But, at this point in time, because I guess Don was Ford's assistant, so Ford gonna take care of him. But at this point, I get where Lily is coming from. But girl, you gotta stop trying to fight bitches that can't fight, okay? I don't think that's fair. They going back and forth, and Charmaine was like, see, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. We weren't trying to make you feel like you don't belong and all this stuff. But see, we was here first. And she was like, bitch, I don't feel like y'all deserve it. Something, something, something. Boom, 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 boom. I said, goddamn, Lily. Twice in one night. You started the episode off with a fight and you ended that bitch with one. Now they up in jeopardy about whether or not she gonna be in Loyal Inc. because there's up a son. You fired. You can't even use your words to talk and all that stuff. You always gotta throw some hands, whatever. That bitch fired. She ain't stepping foot up in Loyal Inc. I said, so how can you fire her if y'all all bosses? Right? Did we say that everybody's gonna be a boss, everybody's gonna have equal opportunity shit? That shit ain't gonna fucking work. Look at it. Y'all ain't even got the fucking shop up and running good and well enough, and y'all still having the same problems. And that is why Ryan keeps saying the shit that he's saying. Bitch, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see y'all later. Peace.